What's up? It's a Saturday night, and I'm all alone with just the doggies, me and the two doggies and the kitty. And like I told you, like I promised, Mucky Pup. And this is kind of an introduction, okay? Band of the month, September 1st, yay! It's college football, and everybody's fucking going crazy. You know, the Seminoles and the Hurricanes and the North Carolina Tar Heels. I bet they played today. And then, you know, well, the East Coast don't really like college football. It's all like, you know, Midwest, South, and then way out west, USC and UCLA, Arizona, Colorado. Colorado, what the fuck am I talking about? You know what? Let's not talk about college football. But I want to tell you, thank you, as always, for listening. Yours truly, Scum Malicious. It's Headbangers and Hooligans. I've got the double shocker going on right fucking now. And if there was a chick in here, she'd be getting the double shocker, but there's not one in here. I know. But now that's a fucking shocker right there. Anyway. When I'm thinking about, like, the band of the month, and I know that's a huge deal, I broke the internet the other day. They're like, oh my god, band of the month, Jughead's Revenge. But I do appreciate anybody that checks in and listens, especially anybody that's in the band and actually listens to my shit and likes it. And a couple of the guys from Jughead's Revenge did that. Fucking thank you. You guys get gas. I love you, obviously. But, you know, for me, I love talking about your bands. But you got it. It's kind of neat, right? That some fucking goofball in the middle of a fucking cornfield is talking about you, right? You know? You're thinking, who the fuck is this guy? Does anybody even listen to this guy that talks about bands that no one fucking listens to? Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. Okay? I'm not trying to be mean. But like around here. What? Who? Jughead's Revenge? Yeah, it's not Slipcock or fucking, you know, that other stupid fuck. There's so many stupid fucking bands, I can't even keep them straight. And I'm not going to get into, I'm not going to rant. I did that last night, okay? Like I always say, thank you for letting me do that. That's fucking therapy for me. But I do want to say one more thing. Because I listened to it today to see how stupid I sounded, which I did, but not as bad as I thought. But I do really want to reiterate how fucking stupid Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam are. Seriously. Someone, please, take a giant shit in their fucking mouth for me. I would just love that if you did that for me. Thank you. Alright. Let's get down to it. Mucky Pup. Who are they? What do they want? Why did they do what they did? You know why? Because they could. They're a fucking amazing band. And let me tell you something. Mucky Pup was the gateway for me. Yes. Not that Gateway, which, who fucking created Gateway? And I mean, we had Bill Gates created Microsoft, right? Or whatever. And then Steve Jobs did the Apple thing. So who created fucking Gateway? We need a fucking movie for that, right? So anyway, 1986. Take yourself back to 1986. Some of you are like, I wasn't even fucking born. Sorry about the phone. Chicks always just blowing me up. Just have that effect on people. But anyway, Bergenfield, New Jersey, 1986. Chris Mills, John Mills. John Mills, drummer. Chris Mills, a singer. They want to start a band. They created Mucky Pup. Danny Nastasi, who, if you've been listening to me for a while, you know how much I think he is my guitar hero. I'm fucking telling you, I want that guitar tone. I want that crunch. And then I want to write songs like Batman, fucking Death by Cholesterol. You know, Dem Bones. Dem Bones, Dem Bones, Dem a Wasky Wabbit Bones. Bones, Bones, Wasky Wabbit Bones. Dun, 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 dun. But who knows? Now, hardcore, kind of a hardcore crossover thrash band. I'm not going to use all these fucking terms to describe them. But back to the gateway thing. They were my gateway to all all the punk stuff that happened after I went to school in Atlanta in 1989. That's what happened. Okay, people? I went to school in Atlanta in 1989 because I was going to be a fucking music producer and start my own record label and record bands and just take over the world. Didn't happen. You know why? Because I always get sidetracked by fucking women. If I didn't have a penis, I'd be ruling the fucking world right now. I'm telling you. I love my penis, but I hate him. Fucking cut that shit off, and I'd be focused. Get sidetracked. That's what I do. But they were kind of a, you know, the first album I ever heard from them was A Boy in a Man's World. I'm not going to lie. Which is actually their second full-length album. The first album, Can't You Take a Joke, actually a little heavier than, you know what, they're both fucking heavy. Boy in a Man's World and Can't You Take a Joke are both pretty heavy albums. But it's like hardcore, East Coast hardcore, punk, thrash, whatever the fuck terms you want to use. But they were the gateway to all the other bands that I discovered. It started with fucking Mucky Pup, I'm telling you. Right. And, you know, I bitch about the fucking East Coast all the time and all that shit. But, man, this was the band that, you know, I discovered Murphy's Law, and then through Murphy's Law I discovered Biohazard, and then it just led to other things. Bands that I didn't know that even fucking existed. Because I'm from Iowa. You know? We've been listening to fucking Foreigner, 30, which I like, 38 Special. Foreigner, not so much, but, you know, Boston, a couple songs I like. I'm just saying, Kansas, fuck classic rock. We don't get exposed to shit like Mucky Pup, Murphy's Law, Agnostic Front. Sick of It All. I'm not as a big a fan of Sick of It All as the other ones. But anyway, so, Scott LePage was the bass player. So, kind of the original lineup was Chris Milne's vocals, his brother John on drums, Danny Nastasi, greatest guitar player of all time, even better than Jimi Hendrix. I'm just being stupid here. And then Scott LePage on bass. They recorded a couple demos, right? And then Can't You Take a Joke in 1988, which I have all the cassettes, okay? I even have Lemonade. Yes, the full-length album Lemonade, the last full-length album that they did. I have all 5 of them on cassette. I'm talking about the full-length albums. Don't have the demos. Can't You Take a Joke, Boy in a Man's World, Now, Act of Faith, and Lemonade. All right? They also have a live album, which I don't have. But when I heard Boy in a Man's World, I hadn't heard anything like that before. Okay? First song I heard was Wayo, 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 you make me sick. You really stink, girl. You make me sick. Wayo, 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 you make me sick. But I love you. Da, da, pa, pa, pa. I mean, it's just hard to describe. It's like it's in your face. You know, there's no, you don't have to dissect the fucking lyrics. Like, wow, what's he singing about? Oh my God, it's not Billy Joel on the piano, man. You know, singing on the fucking subway in New York and looking at the dark streets. No, Billy, we don't want to hear that shit from you, you fucking buttnut. We want to hear You Stink, and then we want to hear the second song on Boy in a Man's World. Batman, thought you were smart, but a whore. Then came Batman through the door. Instead of fucking that stupid slut, you got 8 inches up your butt. Batman. I know, I'm all over the map, and I realize that. When I heard that, I was just like, holy shit, I want to fucking start a band, okay? Fuck the music business, right? I don't want to be a producer or manager or work in a recording studio. I want to record my own music and fucking play like these guys do. They play what they want. It's heavy. His guitar tone was incredible. It still is, Danny Nastasi. Chris Milnes can bring it too, by the way, on vocals. Fucking laugh at the lyrics, I know. oh, they're so juvenile. You know, I mean, what's he singing about? That's ridiculous. We want deep songs, over the hills and far away, like Led Zeppelin, or Pink Floyd, where you take acid and then you reach inside your soul, or Jim Morrison. I am the Lizard King. I can do anything. No, I love songs where a guy talks about beating off and fucking puking, you know, after he goes down on a chick. I know. Call me immature. I just can't change who I am. You are who you are. And I'm not hating on you people that like all that shit. You know, want to, explore the mind. I like music because it's like, hey, this is what we're singing about, and you're going to know. Okay? So then I'm hooked. Okay? So I bought the cassette. Yes, cassette, which I still own. And I'm like, okay, what else do they have? Now, at the time, I didn't know that they had 2 demos out. But I went and I got Can't You Take a Joke, which got stolen, by the way. Yeah, stolen, Bob. And don't think I haven't forgot about you, you pit-faced fucking cocksucker. No-teeth fucking crack-smoking, dick-licking, taint-sucking son of a bitch. He fucking stole my Mucky Pup tapes, okay? And I probably brought him up before, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, got him back. Can't You Take a Joke? Real like the songs are like 2 minutes long, real heavy, you know. Nazi-jism. You are nothing, you know. AIDS, because what you see is what you get. AIDS, because what you see is what you get. AIDS, you know, it's that kind of shit. And I'm just shooting straight from the fucking hip. Chris Mills is like, you know what? I'm going to sing what's on my mind. You are nothing. And there's one song there. Well, yeah, I won't. Oh, actually, there is a really cool song. It's called Mr. President. And this really shows the age of the album. But, you know, you're going to sing whatever's going on at the time that you grow up, right? And it's called, obviously, my goodness. Ronald Reagan was president. I just couldn't fucking spit it out, doggies. I had a mental block right there. And don't act like you're not enjoying this fucking show. The doggies are looking at me and they're like, what the fuck is he talking about? He mentions all these fucking bands that we've never heard of. Although, I think Dakota, she likes bowling. I really do. Because I played it the other day and she was like, woo! Head came up. And the only time that head comes off the couch, somebody's got fucking food. Oops. Just saying. Anyway, so, Mr. President, there's a line in there. Screw your talk. It amounts to shit. Where's your brains between Nancy's tits? And then Danny Nastassi just plays this really cool guitar. I'm not saying it's like mind-blowing, but it fits so good in the song, right? I don't know. The guy's just an amazing guitar player. I love his guitar tone. It's the perfect mixture of heavy and thick. You know, it feels like a left hook to the jaw, crushes your whole side of your fucking face. But then he can shred if he wants to, but he don't like to shred, but he can if he wants. I'm just saying, it's just fucking love this band. I know I've talked about them, but not like this, right? The introduction, which is just fucking dragging on and on. You're like, okay, what's your point? Anyway, so I had Boy in a Man's World, loved it, and then we went to, Can't You Take a Joke? So I love this band now. And remember, we're talking 88, 89, 90. Didn't have the internet, kids. So the only thing that you knew about bands was from magazines or MTV. Well, they didn't get fucking played on MTV, even though they made a video for You Stink. And they made a video for Hippies Hate Water, which is off now. I posted the video on the Facebook page, Headbangers Milligan. You can check it out. Hippies Hate Water Still kind of heavy, but not quite as heavy as Can't You Take a Joke and Boy in a Man's World. Not, it's like, trust me, they're not selling out, okay? I'm not using that fucking term. I'm just saying. Kind of maturing as musicians, writing different songs. They got some keyboards and samples mixed in. That was the big thing at the time, early 90s. And great album. In fact, I have now on cassette and CD. Now's the only album I have from them on CD. When I listen to Mucky Pup, I want them on fucking cassette, okay? Exactly. I want that tape hiss, all right? I don't want the clear, perfect sound of a fucking CD. That's how I roll. And then the fourth album, 1992, Act of Faith. Then they really switched it up, okay? They brought in a guy named Mark DeBacker. Played bass on Now. And he toured with them from Belgium. Well, he got replaced by a guy by the name of Chris Jr. LaPlante. All right? And that same time when all this shit was going down, Danny Nastasi was playing in other bands, okay? A band called Doggy Dog. Kind of got somewhat popular. Him and the bass player, Dave. I'm really going to destroy your name, Dave, and I'm sorry. Because, dude, I love your bass playing. You're an amazing bass player. I'm serious. I want to say Neobor. Is that right? And if I fucked it up, I'm sorry. He and Danny Nastasi formed Doggy Dog together. So Danny Nastasi's playing in that. He's playing in Mucky Pup. And he played Murphy's Law for a little bit, too. That's right. They're all connected. And if you go back to some old shows, which I know you do, because I'm all over the internet, come on. You know I am. I don't know why I don't have my own TV show. I talk about bands that are connected, right? Police, Strung Out, Murphy's Law, Mucky Pup, they're connected. Anyway. And Danny Nastasi, recorded, on 6 of the songs off Act of Faith. And Act of Faith is their most unique album to me. And I really like it, which is weird because it does have a lot of samples on it, which I usually don't like. I don't like too many samples. But it's just kind of a really different record. In fact, there's one song on there, believe it or not, I think it has a drum machine on it that Junior sings on, the bass player. I am, dun, dun, dun. Anyway, just a really unique album with the keyboards and samples, but it kind of still made that Danny Nastasi guitar tone. You will always recognize, oh, there he is. There's that guy from New Jersey. He's like, hey, listen, we can do all this other stuff, we can do samples and all that stuff, but we're gonna fucking put some heaviness into this shit. I love it, And then, of course, the final full-length studio album, not because they have a live album. 5 hot guys five hot guys. For fuck's sake, Dakota, I gotta get my shit together. 5 guys in a really hot garage, all right? But their last full-length studio album was Lemonade. And Lemonade, I'm gonna be honest, probably not my favorite album. It's not terrible. It's really not. It's just kind of a serious album. And I like Mucky Pup when they're, having fun. They're good when they kind of just tell like it is, but they're having fun at the same time. For example, Act of Faith. I've got a friend, Mr. Right Hand, and I've got a friend, a Mr. Right Hand. Right? How can you not relate to that? It's just, you have to. But I guess the bottom line is, I said it before, a lot of lineup changes, but this band is really, really, really special to me. Because of them is when I was like, you know what, there's a lot more shit going on out there than let's say Poison or Babylon AD. How about that? Boy, I just pulled that out of my ass. Does anybody remember that band? They were on Headbangers Ball. No? Am I the only fucking one that remembers them? But anyway, they really did. And that's when I discovered Agnostic Front, Murphy's Law, the kind of heavier stuff, and then, the punk stuff. It started with fucking Mucky Pup. And I'm telling you, listen, you got those bands that girls love, with the pretty fucking singers, they want to suck their dicks and all that shit. But, man, you play Mucky Pup for a chick, they'd be like, man, these guys are kind of funny, they're kind of cool. Hippies do hate water, 3 dead gophers. 3 dead gophers, the furry little beasts. 3 dead gophers, I think they are deceased. Just a fun band, and looking forward to talking about them all month. And I'm not going to do Lemonade. I'm not going to break down that album. I know, sorry. You can check it out, though. I think they have it uploaded on YouTube. I don't hate it. I don't want to break it down. But I am breaking down Can't You Take a Joke, Going to Man's World, Now, and Act of Faith. Because I have all of them on cassette. Yeah, I'm going to break down those 4 albums. I don't know what days or whatever, but I'll put it on the Facebook page. And that's your introduction to Mucky Pup. I'm all over the fucking map, as usual. But you're used to it, right? Yeah, I gotta go hang out with the dogs. They're ready to drink some more beer. I do this. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice. Thanks for listening, peeps.